TOMz.
Keep up, Mzansi. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of TOMz right here on SABC One. Mzansi for sure.
That is correct, Buffett. So every Monday and Tuesday, we, the super cool Sia and the fresh boy Caddy, bring you nothing but the best of science and technology.
Yazi Caddy zolo man menghambe strateni ngabona ilwane efana ezinja namakati roaming around the streets. Lelwane lezi sibiza ngama stray animals, and they actually don't have anyone to look after them.
Oh, you're gonna see I always bump into those animals. Well, on today's episode, who couldn't take this no more. He made a plan, and on today's episode, le plan lela lienzile lincede kanjani ilwane zethu.
Definitely already, Caddy.
I'm ready.
Wona lapha already? Oh, asambeni.
Yep.
Here's what's coming up on today's episode of TOMz. Passion got Jerry for ilwane was much bigger than he actually realized, which moved him to start his very own center that takes care of ilwane lapha eSoweto. Ilwane are not made to live in cages. Thola kabanzi what actually happens when they do. The best place to start is right at the beginning. See how Jerry's dream was actually born. Keeping up with the pace is essential, so watch as this awesome organization moves into the future. Dlala indima yakho by making sure you have the right tools to do what is necessary. So we are so grateful that animal shelters actually do exist. Well, asambeni. Now, bafethu njengenjalo sele sanipherisela umbuzo on our social media platforms. Ku Facebook sele sanbuza kahle, do you have a pet? Waphendula okokuqala siphethe uSibusiso. Wathi yes, I do have a pet, and nginenja igama layo ke uBlake. Very very nice. So isibili ke siphethe uVanessa Mgigaba. Hope I'm saying that correctly, and I actually own 2 cats. Well, very nice. Keep those comments coming in on Facebook and on Twitter. Facebook.com/TOMz. On Twitter we are at TOMz_SABC_1. Kwamanje ke asibonisa kahle abangani bethu esikoleni bona bacabangani.
We're still at it, Buffett. Ziguro show here to secure today, and we're talking about animal rescue. You mean it's Lana and Zukuluma Nangchara go to Kripwani. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and how are you?
I'm great. What's your name?
Naxi Nakolo.
Okay, Nakolo. Do you have a pet?
A pet? No.
Why not?
I'm scared of pets.
I used to have a pet.
What do you have?
A cat.
No, I'm terrified.
I'm scared of dogs, man.
Do you have a friend that has a pet?
Yes.
Unan.
Dogs. Like she had a hamster the other time.
You don't want a pet?
I would like a hamster.
So when your pet gets sick, where do you send it?
To the pet doctor.
I take it to the vet.
How does she take care of the animals? Her pets?
She'd take them to the doctor, to the vet, and then she'd wash them.
Feed it good. Yeah, and take it to the park. I used to love him I compare him as a human.
So was an animal shelter.
Yes, I've heard about it a few times.
Tell me about it.
Like sick animals, or like if they've been thrown out by their owners, people take them in and take care of them.
God created pets for a reason.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty details of animal care and rescue, super mega words. What I'm trying. Check this out.
Jerry Selwane has been passionate about ilwane for iminyaka eminingi. Emva kokusebenzela laphana SPCA for 18 years, uye wadecide ukuyeka umsebenzi wakhe ayiqalele yakhe organization. Ngonyaka 2011, uvule waphinde futhi warana an animal shelter from a rented house laphana eNaledi eSoweto nomngane wakhe uVincent. It just kept on growing, and now is a large establishment in Zurpagom, just outside of Soweto, where he takes care of ilwane eningi, but mainly focuses on dogs from the community. While esasebenzela iSPCA as an inspector, Jerry Selwane realized his passion for ilwane was much bigger than what he could actually do in his day job. So ngonyaka 2011 ngoNovember, uye wa-establisha SARAC eSoweto. Vision yakhe to educate and change people's attitude towards animals came to life through workshops in the community and naseyikolweni. Manje ke ingane eningi are helping SARAC as Jerry's Rangers and have become a voice for the voiceless. Amanda. Now, bafethu ilwane ezingenawo amakhaya ziyinkinga enkulu lana eMzansi, and homeless animals actually outnumber homeless people 5 to 1.
With that said, Bafethu, for every homeless person, there are 5 homeless animals.
Wona lapha ekhaya sitshela ukuthi ucabanga na Twitter and Facebook pages. Okwamanje ke quick commercial break, siyabuya emva kwey'tolo. Yeah, well, yes, Mafethu, welcome back to TOMz Ratchet SABC One. Mzansi for sure. Except kid, usasemnandi,
I'm fresh, I'm
within.
100. Phakathi kwale ndaba. Njengoba sishilo bafethu ukuthi ilwane ezinganamakhaya are a sad reality for abantu bala eMzansi. We need somebody who's going to stand up and take the lead.
Sasinayo lo muntu igama lakhe is actually Jerry Selwane. Yena ke, he's a total legend because he actually took it upon himself to empower and educate young people to look out for these great animals with great results.
Njengoba bangile, see, izinja zara.
Zinzin. Abo woof. Yo, asiyeni.
It's your boy CAD, do I pronounce Caddy? It's on another mission but fair to running the streets of Johannesburg. Touchdown at Zirbakom. So mission yethu namhlanje sihlangana nabo bhuti bethu nabo sisi bethu are actually empowering small communities but fair to basifundisa nge-animal safety and protection. It's you and me in this mission. Sameleni, let's go meet them.
Ngiyaphila kanjani baba?
Ngiyaphila kamera Caddy.
Yes, Caddy.
And today's mission is all about you.
Oh.
Where are we and what is your occupation?
Okay. We are actually in Zirbakom, and the place is this facility is Soweto Animal Rescue and Advisory Center. Basically, what we do is we rescue all the animals that are in distress, and we advise the community about the worth of animal care, and make them an awareness of cruelty to those without a voice. I realize that abantu omnyama, they abuse the animals, not because of but because of lack of information and lack of knowledge. That's the reason why I decided to start this organization. If I come to you, I help you with the animals. The animals in the chain, I'm going to help you, advise you. As far as like a runner, if your property is not well securely enclosed, or then we'll have an alternative because by law, this poor animal, they cannot talk for themselves. They need us, to speak for them. What I do is I have the little boys and girls, kids. I want to was a school in Rangers. They are better known as Jerry's Rangers. Those are, if they see any cruelty, please call me and I'll go there and okay. Kevin, one of my trainee, I'm just together. This thing, he's gonna work with us, and we'll give this baby some biscuit. You must see how they love this thing.
How many dogs do you have here?
Oh, I've got about 65 dogs.
65?
Okay, hold here. Cool, nice. All these dogs are trained. Okay.
Hey, yeah.
Roger.
Look at that, this is cute.
Take. Nice. Okay, you can give this one, but that one. Look at you. No. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Nice. Good. This is given Michael. He's one of our trainees as well.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. No. Oops, sorry. Mzukulu. Oh, Mzukulu. This is our Mzukulu. These are the Chinese crested. Oh, baby. Good one. Okay. Aish. We forgot to sterilize this one, guys. Come. When he got here, he was very, very thin, and you could actually count the ribs. We rehabilitate, we train them. He was very vicious. You could not even come near his cage. We have trained him. Look at his mouth. You give him this, he's gonna take my whole hand. Also start a song, but look at him now. And what I do is I say nice. You must take it nice.
Oh wow. You mentioned earlier on ngomthetho wezinja welwane actually. So ngikhona ukuchazela kabanzi ngalo mthetho lo wakhona.
We do have an Animal Protection Act 71 of 1962 that protects our animals. If you deny animal awunikezi inja yakho amanzi or ukudla, you'll be arrested for that. Okay? If you abuse an animal unnecessary, uyayishaya uyenza uyubopha baba and masubopha. So the best thing is if ubona ukuthi inja wayahlukumeza thina sitshela abantu ukuthi thatha ivideo uthumele video because asifuni ukuthi wena izovela ikhona. Thina sizothatha le video and we'll go and arrest the person. But thina we don't like ukuthi sihambe sibopha abantu. We want to work with the community, we want to educate the people. An animal does not matter, it doesn't care whether you are tall or short, whether you are rich or poor, whether you've got a beautiful house or whether you are homeless. It will give you that unconditional love. Mina baba, we rescue animal. Siyathola somewhere but bayishaya inja wenza umnikazi ayishaya. Masifika lapha sithi sithatha le nja lesithi sibamba lo mnikazi lo. Uyazi inja yenza protect yona lo muntu bekayo. You see, animal will die for you. That is an unconditional love.
So every animal that is put in a shelter is one less animal on our streets, Buffett. And can you imagine if basinganawo lama shelter bakuzoyenzakalani?
Yo, akungabhedi ngempela. Kodwa ke lolu daba sobe silidikite kabanzi after this quick commercial break. Kona lapha ka show ucabanga on our social media platforms. Okwamanje ke sathi chixta tolo siyabuya khona. Welcome back to TOMz, watching SABC Mzansi for sure.
But definitely, Buffett, you're still chilling with your boy Caddy and Sia. Well, now in King, I want to learn cabin, but time to ting ilwane, and then they can't take care of them. This is Pelele Stratin.
I ain't King Ngule, okay. There's a thing like I put with TOMz, they see behind the scenes. Someone like a shelter, what if this shelter actually does not exist?
Let's talk more about the rangers. Rangers
okay. Let me explain something to you. There's a difference between I've got rangers. Rangers are the kids that actually help in the community. Okay. And I've got trainee inspectors. Okay. Trainee prosecuting. Okay. Animal prosecuting officers. I've got about 3 of them. I started with about 11. Okay. But you know, my training is so intense. You need to know the law, like you know the palm of your hand. You need to know the animal diseases. They need to become animal behaviorists. They need to have to be animal dog training instructors. You know, if you cannot stand that training, because I want them to be the best of the best. If you go to court, if you want a warrant, if you want to approach the magistrate, you want a magistrate to give you a warrant. You know, you need to know of your story. You need to have confidence. Yes. As you can see, these are our kennels. We house all our abused, neglected, and rescued animals. We rescue the vicious dogs, the dogs that have been abused, brutally abused, and we rehabilitate them, we train them, and once you are happy with the training, because we are the animal behaviorists, we are the dog training instructors, once they are fully rehabilitated, we put them up for adoption.
Research is we kennel can literally drive them crazy. The high stress causes them to exhibit symptoms of compulsive behavior like spinning and jumping, chewing all the time and pulling when they are put on a lead. They can also suffer from depression-like symptoms such as hurting themselves, not eating and being tired all the time. Lokuga is not unexpected though, because humans show the very same symptoms when isolated. Now when these symptoms get really bad though, it makes it impossible for some animals to adopt, which means they have to be euthanized.
I'm Michael.
Michael, nice to meet you. Yeah. So what do you do, Michael?
Okay, I'm trained by Jerry Selwane here. I'm a trainee animal prosecuting officer. Okay. Yes. Okay. So he's also training us to be animal behaviorists. So we train the dogs here. We socialize dogs and such things. We rescue dogs from people who have been abusing animals and all sorts of all those kinds of things. Yeah.
Okay. So Michael, Soweto Animal Rescue and Advisory Center.
Okay. About 3 months in Soweto Animal Rescue and Advisory Center. So they actually handed out forms for people who actually want to be involved more dilunza the animals. Yeah. So amongst the people that submitted the results that they tested, so I was chosen, and with 2 other guys as well.
Okay, so you guys are always here every day. Yeah.
Okay, the thing is, Jerry, he's so kind. First of all, he's giving us lessons for free, and we live in his house for free. free, rent free, nothing like. So we live here.
Wow.
Yeah, we live in his
This is
yard.
basically home.
This is basically home. Yes, and it feels like home as well.
Of course.
Amachitala, they'll be demonstrating what do we actually teach the dogs here. So there'll be an instructor, Jerry Selwane, who is the son of Ubaba Jerry Selwane.
Okay.
So what you do is you train the dog for about 5 minutes. And then you give it a break for about an hour or 30 minutes. And then you come back again, you train for 5 minutes. Because dogs are like, their minds are like the minds of 2-year-old kids.
Yes.
You know, yeah, so the attention span is short. So you train it for 5 minutes, then you leave it to relax, and then you come back again.
I've actually built a relationship with the state vet.
Okay.
They come down here twice a month to sterilize our animal. That's why we advise the public, you know, if they contact me and they find out about our open sterilization day so that the animal can also be sterilized, especially with dogs and cats. We've got overpopulation of cats and dogs. A dog gives birth twice a year. Every 6 months, it gives birth. With a cat, it's different. The cats, every three months, it gives birth. And there was one dog in particular which had a sexual transmitted disease. Okay, so we call it TVT, transmissible vaginal tumor. So if we find you with a dog like that, but how do you live with a dog like that? You can avoid this. For you to avoid all these kind of things, you know, the vet bills, you know, the doctor's bills, is to have your dog sterilized.
Uma Selwane is sterilized, the part of its body that can produce babies are removed. Lokhu kwenziwa ngoba there just isn't enough homes for all animals and their many offspring. Unsterilized animals and their offspring can produce over 60,000 lives in 6 years, leading to more homeless animals. Unsterilized animals also have bigger risks of getting cancer and infections. When male animals are sexually active, they will mark their territory and even jump fences to get to female in order to mate. They'll also become aggressive and bayalwa.
Dr. Doolittle, must niggas advice ni awareness for abantu abahleli emakhaya right now.
Kenny, my man, you know what? To have an animal,
Yes.
it's not a right, it's a privilege.
Yes.
Make sure that you have water. Your animal has access to fresh water at all times.
Yes.
Make sure that that poor animal, you are able to feed that animal.
Yes.
Okay? When the poor animal is sick, when the animal is injured, it's your responsibility to ensure that you take it to the doctor. It's cold now. We have one good bandaganjan. Make sure that you have a kennel. Oh yeah, what? You have a kennel, you know, so that the animal can go in and feel warm.
Yes. Babje, umsebenzi wenzayo muhle kakhulu.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Awesome,
Thank you so
awesome.
much for wonke lo msebenzi oyenzayo. All the best yabo.
No, thank you.
It was great meeting you.
Nice guy.
Usale kahle.
Hola.
Ngibonile bafethu ukuthi kuba nezinja is a privilege. Let's take care of our animals. What can I say? Mission accomplished.
Nabafethu siyiTOMz ngiyazi ukuthi yathanda ukuthi siphume sey'ikoleni sonivakashela ehlaleni kube mnandi nabafethu. If uyayibona lapho escreen sakho noma kumabona kude wakho, all you have to do is simply go into our Facebook and Twitter pages. Uyishaya nge-tag, ushaya ngo-like, ushaya nge-comment, yonke leyo nto. Noma ke uma usafuna iTOMz izisikoleni sakho, all you have to do is simply drop us an email on TOMz@sabc.co.za. Manje ke, let's see what went down.
Hello girls. How you guys doing? You guys fresh? How many of you have pets here? What do you have?
I have a dog.
And do you love your dog?
So much.
Yes, but because there's people who have pets lang aphandle and they don't take care of their animals. Well, there's a place ebizwa ngeSoweto Animal Rescue and Advisory Center on Facebook. So that's the name of the page, ne? You guys can go to that page and you can actually learn on how you can play your part in saving all the animals that are being abused out there. How dope is that, guys?
It's very nice because there's some animals that don't have houses, and if we as my friends join that campaign, we can help and donate like food and shelter for the animals. So it's a very big initiative.
Until next time. High five, Nonke. High five, Nonke. Fast, 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 fast. Abafethu, the best way to get ready for the future is to plan it. And Dr. Doolittle yena akusumuntu othanda ukusalela emuva when things change around him. Check this out.
Jerry wants to turn his home into a proper animal clinic while also running a mobile clinic. With the mobile clinic, he'd be able to take his work into communities in and around Isoweto. SARAC will offer even more opportunities for Abantu to adopt izinja when the shelter overflows. Jerry will continue with house calls to people who struggle to take proper care of ilwane zabo. And SARAC will come up with new ways to take care of ilwane eSoweto and assist their owners. So bafethu ukuthi ama-animal shelters abaluleke kangakanani ngoba phela anakekela ilwane zethu. Kodwa-ke kahle kahle, what if they did not exist?
Animal shelter provides safety for animals and ensures that they are treated with love and care and that they receive medical attention. It's a great alternative for Abantu who can no longer take care of their animals. Instead of leaving them estradeni, they can take them to a shelter. The shelter also helps to reunite animals and provides lighting and temperature control. Unyaka more than 2.7 million cats and dogs are killed because shelters are too full. Plus, more than 7 million animals enter shelters every year. If there were no shelters, those animals would be roaming around estradeni. And considering that every average-sized dog takes up about half a square meter, we would have 3.5 million square meters of animals out on the streets every year. In 10 years' time, that would be 35 million square meters, which is enough to cover a small South African town in dogs. Abafethu, TOMz iniphathele indaba ezimnandi khona lapha emakhaya.
Ngishala kayi bethana yazi sinombele sothanda ukuphisa na ngokufika ixesha lokhu.
So wena lapha ekhaya kune-idea episode ufuna ukuyibona khona la ku-TOMz, all you have to do is
send us the idea, Abafethu, and if it's fresh and brilliant, we'll make it a TOMz official episode khona la ku-SABC
And not only that, kaloku bethana, you get a goodie bag as well as a skipper sa ku-TOMz. What?
So wena lapha ekhaya, all you have to do is send through your ideas on Facebook, which is facebook.com/TOMz. On Twitter, we are simply at TOMz_SABC_1. I give a fit to figure my petrol in oil namhlanje. Caddy, did you have a great time?
I had a great time.
Right.
So sad that we have to go.
Nah, kodwa ke bafethu ngikhumbuza ukuthi izinja namakati zonke ilwane, it's very important ukuthi siyinakekele. Lapha ke uma usanombuzo noma usane-comment, then feel free to post them on our social media pages noma ke ungavakashela www.tomz.co.za for more info.
Ungasaba khuluma nathi Bafethu. I'm Fresh by Caddy on Twitter.
At IMC_G on Twitter.
Until next time, adios.
Check out what's coming up next time on TOMz. Locally made products help to build our country's economy. With the help of the Proudly South African campaign, what kinds of trash can we recycle? Talk about how this great guy started out building his business and see what he dreams for the future. Make sure you know how to buy local and support Mzansi's entrepreneurs, and the Proudly South African campaign helps locals make a success of things. So what if they didn't exist? For no words. Do not forget to watch TOMz every Monday and Tuesday at 4 p.m. Kolala for SABC 1 Mzansi for sure.